this is the Narnak with another episode thoughts for Sailor Moon Crystal, this time for episode 22. And of course, big thing with this episode is finally all the Sailor Guardians being reunited. Definitely really happy to finally get to this point of the story arc so we can have everybody again. And overall, pretty much everything that was in the manga more or less was in this episode, so really nothing really drastically different or changed. So that's actually kind of nice to see, but I think it also helped the fact that there wasn't a whole bunch of like exposition to be like dumped or to go over in this episode. It was more very much keeping the story in pace. Of course, with this episode, we have Sailor Moon being able to actually transform into Sailor Moon while still being prisoner on Nemesis. And we get the scene where pretty much her consciousness kind of either flips / merges with Neo Queen Serenity. And I think the anime, it really helped kind of show what was going on there, even though, you know, you do have visual cues and everything in the manga. I think it just played out really well with the anime, since, you know, you do actually get to hear a change in the way, you know, Sailor Moon speaks when this happens. Also, just really happy to see, like, the transformation sequences. It feels like it's been forever since we've seen them. So it was real nice to see those kind of come back and be used again. And again, just really happy to, you know, have them all together. And of course, in this episode, we also get some hints to what has happened to Chibiusa. Of course, we don't get the full reveal of, you know, what change has occurred since, you know, she more or less fell into the clutches of Wise Man. I think that's like one thing that actually was added to this episode that wasn't in the manga, was the fact that we learn a little bit more about Wise Man, or at least we actually got to see kind of what he's supposed to be looking like, which is something we never really got to see elsewhere. Also, I forget if it is brought up in the manga that he was like originally human, and thus why Neo Queen Serenity couldn't kill him, instead just kind of sent him away to Nemesis. And so that was kind of like a nice little touch when we're kind of learning a little bit more about the villains. Of course, we go down a number with the villains, as well as Rubius ends up getting killed by Wise Man because, you know, he didn't want to kind of follow along with the plan anymore. But I guess it kind of evens out because you now have pretty much a corrupted Chibiusa on their side right now. And of course, talk about Chibiusa, since her meeting with Wise Man, whatever, was creating that storm in time that attracts the attention of the king and Tuxedo Mask, which ends up with Tuxedo Mask kind of running out and trying to find Chibiusa. So we have him isolated, basically on his own at this moment, and definitely looking to be targeted by the Black Moon, which of course is not going to lead to very good things. Let's see. And really just kind of enjoyed the episode overall, mainly because, again, we have like Mars, Mercury, and Jupiter finally back into play fully in this one, as, you know, they get to transform, they get to fight, and they get to escape Nemesis with Sailor Moon. So we get the happy reunion at the end, and also means that we're definitely gonna be hitting like the final few episodes where, you know, they're gonna be playing a bigger part. Because, you know, that's one of the things I didn't care too much about this arc in general, was the fact that, you know, those three were more or less taken out of play for a good portion of it. So really happy to finally have them back. Uh, Also really nice to see, Sailor Moon go ahead and like show just how powerful this like silver crystal is with this, the fact that it was able to like overcome the power of this black, is it Maleficent crystal that the Black Moon has, and yeah, and of course like the whole merging of Neo Queen Serenity and like Sailor Moon. That was, I think, to me, that was definitely one of the better scenes of this episode. But this episode just really has a lot of like really good scenes, and I think that's about it. Because, like I said, it's not much different from what is actually in the manga. I do, if anything, it really gives me a good appreciation for the I guess medium of like animation, because like I said, some of the scenes it just came off as a bit more powerful, I think, seen animated, and with the visuals and the audio and everything going with it, compared to the original manga where you just pretty much have like visual and it's all in black and white. So I think that's like a good part of why I like having adaptations, is because it does kind of add things uh, to just the whole experience of the story itself. And yeah, I think with that, I'm more or less gonna wrap up. As I guess this is definitely a little bit more actiony episodes compared to the others. So thank you for watching. I hope you subscribe to my channel, leave a like or comment. Until next time, bye!